I mean, come on, how quick was that to make chocolate concrete cake? Look at this. You remember that? Oh, look in there. Oh, oh, that is wonderful. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, do you remember spoons like this at school? Do you remember that? We're making concrete cake. We're going to make chocolate concrete cake and pink custard. Let's show you how to do it right now. A bowl, some flour. In there with your cocoa powder. Now I am doing a pinch of salt to cut through this. In there with your sugar. Give it a little mix through. Now you could sieve all this, you could mess about, but you know it's concrete cake. It's going to set like concrete. Just stir it all in. Flour wise, now you can use anything. You can use plain flour, that's all-purpose flour, or you could use self-raising flour. That doesn't matter. You know, there's not going to be much of a raise to this. It's going to be a flat concrete cake. Now some people put eggs in this mixture. I'm not sure if eggs were used. Now if there's any dinner ladies out there, please get in touch. I think the egg's been incorporated because everybody thinks it should be a cake. But this thing was rock hard, stodgy, but delicious with custard. And we're going to make the pink custard. Okay, in our mix with our melted butter. And just bring all that together in there. Now, if you've got a dry mix like this, add a splash of water. Let's bring it all together. Now, this is probably why people started adding eggs, actually. But this thing was rock hard. Just cut through your mix, make sure that there's no flour that hasn't been mixed in. And that is it. And that is our concrete, right? Lined tin. This is an 8" by 8" 20cm by 20cm tin. Mix in there. All we do is smooth it into the corner gently. Try not to squash it too hard. Try and keep a little bit of looseness in it if you can. And then we'll just firm it over the top with a spoon in a minute. So just work it into the corners, nice and gently. I mean, this thing's going to stick in there, so don't worry about it. So here's a little tip to smooth that out. A little bit of water on your spoon. So we're just smoothing over the top like you would with concrete. But it's going to give it, it's still going to have that sort of light, crumbly texture that we're trying to achieve with this. I don't want it like a solid rock like we used to have. It depends who cooked the cake, didn't it, at the time, you know? Some people must have just squashed it in. Okay, now we want an optional sprinkling of sugar on there. Now this is optional before the mandatory sprinkling at the end. And then that's it. That's our cake. It's going to be rock hard. Let's get it in the oven. Okay, I've had my oven preheating at 160. You would preheat yours at 180. This is an air fryer oven, which heats up very quickly, and it's a small compact unit. You've seen it many times on this channel. I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. Right, we're going to cook this for 20 minutes. I've got 160, 20 minutes. In 20 minutes time, that should be done. Okay, there we go. Let's have that out of there. That looks fabulous. Right, what you've got to do very quickly, you've got to get a little brushing of water on the top of there. Don't worry about it. Just get the water on. Okay, and then we're on there with some sugar. I mean, come on, how quick was that to make chocolate concrete cake? All we got to do now is let it cool down, and we will take it out of the tin and we will cut some. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make one with self-raising flour as well. This is made with plain flour. We'll make it with self-raising flour, and then we'll compare. And then you can see you can make it with both flours. However, the plain flour is going to be a bit more concretey. It's okay, I'll just crack on. I'll put this to one side. I'll grab the bowl and we'll make one with self-raising flour. Okay, pink custard couldn't be any easier. Pan full of milk. And we want to go in there with a couple of tablespoons of sugar. Now they do say one, but you know, put 2 in. And we're going to go in there with ready-made custard powder. I'm going to go in with a big tablespoonful. I'm also going to hit this with some strawberry flavouring. Now you don't have to use the strawberry flavouring. That's entirely up to you. You can leave it vanilla flavoured. And we're going to go in there with a couple of drops of pink food colour or red food colour. And we're going to turn on the flame and we're going to start whisking till it goes thick. And that's pink custard. Now, like I say, you could just use this vanilla flavoured, but I'm going to give it that little bit of a strawberry flavour to go with. And it's only an underlying flavour, but it complements the pink colour. So all you're doing is just stirring until it thickens. Now we don't want it too thick. As soon as you can feel it thicken up, off with the heat. That is our custard done. Easy as that. Custard finished. So there is perfect pink custard. That's it. All we need to do now is serve some of this cake up and have a look between the two cakes. Okay, let's compare these cakes side by side. This is our concrete cake plain flour, like a slab. This is our concrete cake self-raising flour. Now obviously there's a difference. So there we have it. Concrete cake plain flour, concrete cake self-raising flour. So you can make it with both flours. However, this is more traditional and it's rock hard. This is still firm, but you know, it's more cakey. But there's no raising agent in that apart from what is in the self-raising flour. There's no eggs, there's no nothing. So, the cut test. Oh, take me back home. The cut test. I don't remember ever having a slice of concrete cake as big as this, but that doesn't matter. Let's open it up and have a look. Oh, look at that. And this one is self-raising flour. Now there's no egg or anything in that, it's just self-raising flour. But you can see it comes up to a bigger piece of cake. So you've just got to decide which way you want to make it. Do you want to go the traditional way with plain flour, all-purpose flour, or do you want to go self-raising flour but don't add any egg or anything, it doesn't need it. As you can see, it makes sort of a nice brownie type cake, and this is a firmer concrete cake which we all grew up with. All we've got to do now is serve it up with some pink custard. Well, just look at that. Chocolate concrete cake like you grew up with. What does it taste like? I'm going to have to give it a try. Oh, are we ready for this? Look at this. You remember that? Oh, look in there. Oh, oh, that is wonderful. Oh, that is just so marvellous. That's what we grew up with. That is superb. We've got a lovely underlying flavour of strawberry through that custard too. That is delicious. Right. In the interests of this food channel, we have to give the self-raising flour a taste test. Oh, amazing. That's like chocolate cake and custard. That is old school concrete chocolate cake. It's up to you which one you make. They're both fantastic. This is the original version. This is what people have started making with self-raising flour. The choice is all yours. I'm just going to sit here and munch on this. Right, which one did you like? Leave a comment. Do you prefer the original version or do you prefer a lighter version? No egg in there or anything, it's just self-raising flour. And did you enjoy this at school? Now, I enjoy all food, so I did enjoy it. Now, if you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. And we'll catch you in the next video.